this is Nomo, and I love books. I have been reading since I was 2, and you're about to hear anguish cries of a book lover who hasn't had an in-depth discussion about a book that wrecked her in all possible ways. So, to briefly explain the format and what makes this podcast unique, I read a lot of fantasy books. The reason I started this podcast is to encourage myself to be more comfortable about expressing my love for books without being, without keeping it all inside or being very toxic about other people's taste. I just want my own space where I can talk about things because I deserve some space and my love for books deserves some space. So here it is, and welcome. I survived. I just got in the hotel room. It looks so nice, but I look so shitty. This is the room. Bathroom there, and oh my gosh, the room looks so freaking nice. Okay, I think that works. Hey. This is gonna be my top. It's like this, and then I have my slack that I will not close yet because I'm still preparing. So, but it's so hard, and you're driving me home, and it kinda comes out as I get up to go. It's a good thing that I did not wake up at 4 a.m. the way I wanted to, because I wanted to travel at 4 a.m. and that would give me about 6 hours of waiting time because the check-in is at 3 p.m. I didn't really, have a car. I just had to travel public transportation, and this hotel stay was just a gift for me, which I forgot to thank the person that got me here. I just literally slept because I was so fucking tired. I think at some point I've been talking about my boss for a long time, and all of my videos, published or unpublished. I don't think anyone would ever want to replace the boss that I have right now. She's been amazing and so far, and it kind of terrifies me a little bit because, if I fuck up, I don't think I would ever have a way of trying to make it right, because everything she's ever done for me, it's just very selfless, and completely understands how it's like to be an employee compared to other corporate companies where they just assume everybody feels what they feels, regardless if they've never tried being an employee themselves. But my bosses, they came from corporate companies and they didn't want to be exploited, so they started their own company. And that's the time I came in. And I was the wrong employee, actually. I was not qualified for the work that they were looking for, but they still took me in and trained me. Now I'm mid-management and I know a lot of things and I owe it to them. Oh yeah, I didn't even tell my mom that I'm coming here, that I am here. I guess that's just part of being an adult. You don't really need to tell people things, but you kind of try to find a person who gives a fuck about how your day is going, where you're going. I think that's the pursuit of happiness in terms of having family, or trying to find one at least. I don't know if that's normalcy, if it's just intimacy. I never really understood that bit. Now I need to cover up my bitch of an eye bag. Haven't been sleeping good in a very long time. By a very long time, it's like more than a week. I get probably 3-4 hours of sleep. And this is because my anxiety is flaring up and I can't do anything about that. It's not like depression really came out and yeeted out. It's still there, it's just dormant. And I had this great big idea that it would be great for me not to drink any of my meds anymore because I'm fine. Turns out I was not. I was very much not fine. And it backfired the hell out of me. I keep realizing I'm just 25. I mean, I am 25, but in my head I'm still 23. I feel like such a kid, even though I'm doing adult things like working and actually paying bills and taxes and trying to overturn the government and normal stuff. But somehow I don't think I would ever lose the feeling of being a kid, ever. And if I do that, I feel like I would never know how to exist properly, because I feel like most of who I am now, it came from child wonders and child curiosity, that there is purpose for me. Maybe it's called nihilism, maybe it's called existentialism. I don't really know, and I don't know if I would ever know. It's really hard to blend that out. Just give her overnight because I can't really leave my dog for more than 2 nights. Oh yeah, I can talk about things. I recently finished Poppy War, and ever since then I haven't been able to wait. Jesus, I thought it was my phone. Anyway, as I was saying, I just finished Poppy War and I haven't been able to read anything. It's adult fantasy, which is not at all what I've been reading, because everything I've been reading is about more YA and still fantasy, but more YA. And I don't think I would ever read any YA in a while, ever since I tried adult fantasy. And it's because those bitches don't hold back. I mean by that, well, they hurt you in ways that you would just understand. With the YA things, they don't really hurt you the way that you want to be hurt. It sounds weird, but if you're an adult and your favorite genre is like hurt comfort, you would fucking understand me. I don't know where it's coming from. Anyway, so protagonist isn't really someone I relate to, thank God, because she's a murderer, but you kind of understand where it's coming from. Like, it's a fantasy, but somehow the most unbelievable things about it is the effect of poverty, the effect of colonialism, and how civil wars start and what the consequences are for those kinds of wars, and raping of a nation figuratively and literally with all of the people before, and they don't get a break, man. I understand our wars, and well, actually no, I don't understand some of our wars, because you know what, I know more about wars in Greece and in Byzantine or anywhere else except for Southeast Asian wars. Which is like, why don't they educate us about that? Why don't I know about pre-colonial Philippines, why don't I know about pre-colonial Visayas trying to wage war on one of the biggest countries in the world? Like, all of our ancestors are like super brave, and yet we still succumb to colonialism. We've been with Spaniards in war for 333 years, and it feels like all of the brave people just disappeared.